Hey friends, welcome to Wacky Wednesday Science. I'm Anna from the Jackson Hole Children's Museum, bringing you a really fun spy coding science activity this week. So this week I'm going to teach you guys, all you spies and detectives or maybe even pirates out there, I'm going to teach you guys how to write secret messages to your friends without anybody, like your parents, being able to read it. And we're gonna do this all using chemistry. It's so cool. I have to thank Research Parent for providing this experiment because I've never done this before and I'm really excited about it. Okay, so let me tell you the materials you will need. Turmeric. Turmeric is our chemical indicator. Turmeric is really important for this experiment, so you have to have it. Baking soda is our base. Rubbing alcohol, water, a teaspoon and a tablespoon measuring utensils, half cup measuring, Q-tips, paintbrush, some mixing bowls and spoon, white paper. Oh, and really important, a tray, a smock or a lab coat, and paper towels because turmeric can stain, and a tablecloth. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is make the invisible ink. So this is where you have to come up with your secret message or maybe a secret treasure map that you don't want anybody else to read except for your friend or your sibling that you're gonna give it to. So what we need to make the invisible ink is our bowl and spoon. We are going to take 1 tablespoon, your big one, of baking soda. And put it in our bowl. Then we're gonna use a half cup of water. Add that to our bowl. And go ahead and stir that up really well. Try and get the baking soda to dissolve a little bit. Okay, so now that I have mixed up this baking soda and water for my invisible ink, I'm gonna go ahead and draw my treasure map that I'm gonna give to my friend Tessa, and nobody else is gonna be able to read it. And Tessa's gonna have to, if I give this to her, she's gonna have to figure out what chemicals to use to be able to reveal the secret treasure map. Okay, so use my Q-tip here. I'm gonna make my treasure map, so I have to make my house like that. Kind of keep dipping it in and mixing around that baking soda so you make sure that you're getting baking soda on your Q-tip. Okay, and next to my house is this tree. I'm gonna make this tree. And I buried my treasure right in between my house and my tree. So I'm gonna put an X there. And then I'm gonna write a note that has an arrow and it says treasure. Okay, so right now you can see my message because it's still wet. So we have to let this dry. So before you give this to your friend or hide it so your parents don't see it, set this off to the side and let it dry. Now I actually have one that's a treasure map that's already dry. So I'm gonna take this one, and it only takes a few minutes to dry. But now I have to make the chemical reaction that's gonna reveal the secret code. So in order to do this, take your other bowl. You're gonna take a teaspoon, the little one, of turmeric. It won't fit in there. A little more or a little less is okay. All right, put that in the bowl. Now I need a half cup of rubbing alcohol. mix that in with the turmeric. And this is what will stain, so make sure you guys are wearing a smock or a lab coat and doing this over a tray. Okay, so you want to mix that up really well. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paintbrush, mix my paintbrush in, make sure it's getting coated with the turmeric. And this is what I would give to my friend to reveal the message. So I would give this revealing chemical reaction to Tessa with this blank piece of paper. And her parents and my parents wouldn't be able to see where our treasure is buried. So, dip your paintbrush in, make sure it's nice and coated, and then we are just going to paint over the secret message and watch what happens. A house is being revealed. And a tree next to it. Oh man, this is cool. And an X. And there's an arrow. Oh, this is so exciting. Oh my gosh. My treasure map is totally revealed. How cool is this? Okay, so let it dry for 1 second and see if I can show you. So there's my house, there's my tree, and my X underneath, and it says treasure. So this is a secret treasure map that just got revealed. So this is a super fun activity to do if you're a spy or a detective or a pirate. And the coolest thing about this is that you get to play with chemistry to make secret coded spy messages. So turmeric is actually an indicator, which means it tells us if a chemical is an acid or a base. You guys have probably played with acids and bases by playing with baking soda and vinegar experiments a lot. So baking soda is a base and vinegar is an acid. When you spread turmeric on top and it turns that bright red, that's telling us that baking soda is a base. So you guys can experiment with this, see what happens when you mix turmeric with an acid, or maybe different types of bases. There's all sorts of bases and acids in your house. Just make sure to ask your parents for permission to play with them. Okay guys, thanks for joining me. Have fun playing with this. I hope you guys get to share your treasure maps or secret spy messages to your friends. Take pictures of your projects and post them on our Facebook page. Okay, bye guys.